So it used to be called Touch Mobile, then they rebranded, they just call it TM now. How about Smart? Same thing. Smart has
Talk and text.
exactly talk and text. Smart,
Yes.
yes. Sun Cellular used to be, well, it still is a different brand, but we all know it's actually owned by Smart. So I don't know if we can consider SunCell as, or just Sun. They rebranded, now they're just Sun. If we can consider Sun mid price or value priced, because obviously it's not higher price. What do you guys
It's
think?
mid-price.
Mid-price. So mas mura pa rin ang promos ng talk and text sa
Yes, sir.
Sun. Okay. Salamat, Mark. Okay. So, the first positioning dimension is value. What's the next? Let's look. All right. The next positioning dimension is performance. So with performance, the product is high performing on one or more dimensions that the target audience seeks. And what are the possible dimensions we're talking about? Okay, guys, give me just a few seconds. I need to plug in the laptop because my battery is about to drain. Okay, I'll be right back.
Char.
Okay, I'm back. One moment. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yes,
Rinig niyo
sir.
ako?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, thank you. So, ano yung mga pwedeng basihan pag performance sa pinag-uusapan? So, we can focus on lifestyle or design position. So, lifestyle refers to social statement and design refers to aesthetic statement. Aesthetic means we buy things because they look good from a design point of view. And as social, it's all about when we think of what others will think about us if we make the purchase. Okay? So, for example, imagine a family where everyone except one family member is kapuso. Okay, so maybe the that one family member doesn't tell everyone else because he doesn't know what they'll think about him or her if they realize, oh, kapuso ka pala. All this time we've been watching Channel 2 programs, pero you were actually wanting to watch the rival network. So same thing. You might be the only kapamilya in your family who's watching all GMA programs. So that's a simple example. Another one is iPhone or iOS versus Android. Okay, so obviously with iOS versus Android, it's not about price. Okay, because if it was about the price or the value dimension, then we would go for Android because Android is clearly the more affordable of the two. So this is more about lifestyle. Okay, so when you see someone with an iPhone, we automatically, well, some people anyway, they automatically develop like a preconception about this person, about the kind of lifestyle that that person leads. Okay, so that's particularly one reason why, even though iPhones have a hefty price tag, people prefer the iPhone to Android. So Android sells more in terms of units of phones, but in terms of revenue, if I'm not mistaken, iPhone still makes more money than Android, despite the bigger price tag. Okay. So the other example is, but before that, by the way, who are the kapamillas here? Just out of curiosity. So, Mark?
Lahat, lahat kami, sir. Char.
Lahat kayo. Okay. All right. So paano ngayon? How's life? Bumalik na ba sa
Sir, yung ano,
Yay lang.
yung
Stay sa yay.
yung family ko,
Yay channel.
yung buong family, sir, ano, 7 talaga yung pinapanood.
Okay.
Pero, Kaya binabash nila ako nung nung pinasara yung ABS.
Okay. Pero online, active pa naman ng ABS, right? Kasi sa YouTube, nakanood ako ng TV Patrol 1.
Sir,
May
meron
live,
sila sa
doon sila nagpapalabas.
sa
Doon.
sine mo.
Pag 6. Sa DZMM.
Mm-mm.
May news pa rin sila sa TV.
Okay. Pero yung programming nila, limited na sa news for now. Tama ba?
Opo.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yun lang yung pinayagan, sir. Yung TV Patrol lang yata ang pinayagan.
I see.
Tsaka yung
Alright.
DZMM.
Yung other question,
DZMM.
iPhone or Android? If money was not an obstacle, iPhone or Android?
Ano, sir?
Survey lang.
Para
Kung-
sa akin yung paggamit na ako ng
Nahirapan
iPhone,
si
sir.
Kuya Mark.
iPhone. Hindi, maganda yung
Oo.
iPhone ngayon kasi parang nasa sa'yo na kung anong gusto mong
Sa ano lang
i-update.
talaga, no?
Pag
Sa
Android,
battery.
di ba? Oo, yun yung nakakabilis,
Oo.
mabilis maloba. Pero di ba
Oo.
kasi kapag sa Android, yun na yung fix na mo, na
Mm-mm.
system mo. Hindi mo na siya ma-update.
Ay,
At saka
Na-update na rin ba?
Na-update po ang Android.
One.
Ah,
Pero
Kala ko
usually,
yung dati kasi di ba pinapaano sa mga technical
Oo.
ganun.
Ngayon, na-update na rin siya.
depende
Ano yun?
sa
Sakit sa
brand.
tenga.
Buti na.
Saka may mga features na ata ang Android na dati pang iPhone lang. Ngayon nga, gold. May
Tsaka
mga,
mas maganda maganda talagang camera.
Oo.
Nakakaganda. Nakakaganda.
Pero actually, nag-update din ang OS ng Android. Pero usually, the next version lang. So kung Android 9, tapos yung brand mo nakakatanggap ng updates, maka-update ka to the next version, Android 10 for example. Pero hindi na siya usually lumalampas pa ng one version.
Ayun, sir.
Okay, so survey says most of you would prefer Android. iPhone, iPhone, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Lakas kaganda.
Opo, mahal lang nga yung latest OS ng iPhone. Medyo may kamahalan. Okay, but anyway, so that's all about performance. And if it's about lifestyle or social statement, then hands down, panalo si iPhone. Okay? And for example, another one is the perfume brand or the luxury brand. Actually, they don't make just perfumes. They make other things too. Chanel. Okay? So, may mga tao minsan they pronounce it Chanel, but it's Chanel. So Chanel, it decided at some point to identify a new group of customers. And what did they call this new group of customers? Okay?
Chanelist.
No.
Chanel
Yeah.
Natics. Gano'n.
Chanel Natics. Actually, ang tawag nila was new wealth. Mga bagong yaman.
Chanelistic.
Okay. So, paano yung new wealth? Okay. So, these are women, they acquired a significant amount of money at an earlier age. So, mga babae na, for some reason or another, marami silang pera at hindi pa sila matanda, no? Bata-bata pa sila. So, these women, for example, how much money are we talking about kapag new wealth? So this isn't small change. This isn't paria. Their net worth is over $1 million. So big time to, but they're still young, despite the fact that they have a lot of money. So these are women with cutting edge fashion tastes. So whatever is modern, whatever is new, they can afford it. Okay. In fact, Chanel CEO at the time, she was the CEO, Maureen Chiquette. She said that the watchword for new wealth, this new wealth category of customers is exclusivity. So yung kaya nilang bilhin, hindi kayang bilhin ng iba. So they are an exclusive group. Okay? So that's an example. for the positioning dimension. The next positioning dimension is functional. Okay, so kanina, the first one was all about can afford ba bilhin. It's all about the price. The second one was more about does it look good or what would other people say if I buy this product. This next positioning dimension is what we call functional. So this one, it's more about, it doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter if it looks like a good product in terms of design or it looks very ordinary. What matters is, can it get the job done? Does it solve the problem? Or does it accomplish a specific goal? So the example given here is Tide to Go. I don't know kung meron na sa Pilipinas tong produktong ito. Basically, if you look at the slide, kapag may mancha, if there's a stain, para siyang correction na pen. Pag nagkakamali tayo using a ball pen, we just cover it with the pen. But this one, it's different in the sense that it removes the stain. Hindi naman niya tinatakpan na lang ng kulay yung stain. It contains Tide, okay? And then when you put the pen on top of the tip of the pen on the stain, it will eventually remove the stain. Okay, so it's interesting. Imagine you can go anywhere, you can keep this Tide to Go in your pocket, and then let's say you're in a resto and you accidentally spill coffee on your shirt or your dress, then you just take out the pen and go to the restroom and try to remove it using the Tide to Go thing. Okay, so we have to transfer to another meeting room because we're almost out of time. So I'm going to end this meeting room, and then I will send the link to the next room in Facebook Messenger. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the other meeting room. All right, so we are going to look at an example of a commercial for Tide to Go. So just watch and listen, and then we'll talk about it after. Okay. One moment.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, you know, I'm an organized person, somebody who does not leave details out. I'm actually very, very good with groups. Group work. I've surpassed all my goals, my previous position, my prior job, and your competitor. My personality and me have surpassed their own goals.
Oh. Get famous at mytalkingstain.com.
All right. Comments about the video, the YouTube video.
Wala ko naintindihan.
Sige, one more time. Let's watch. Let's watch one more time. Sige. Okay.
So tell me about yourself.
Well, you know, I'm an organized person, somebody who does not leave details out. I'm actually very, very good with groups. Group work. I've surpassed all my goals, my previous position, my prior job, and your competitor. My personality and me have surpassed their own goals.
Oh. Get famous at mytalkingstain.com.
Okay, so let's talk about the concept behind.
Somebody does not leave details out.
Okay, the concept behind.
Ang galing.
Okay, paano yung konsepto? Sige nga, bakit magaling? Sabi ni Sir Lane, bakit magaling yung ad?
Ano sir, kasi parang, di ba kapag tayo, syempre, more importantly po nasa interview. Parang hindi po siya komportable kasi yun nga, parang may stain siya. Parang kasi di ba pag ganyan po, kailangan nating maging presentable. So parang, feeling ko po gano'n, parang yung interview hindi po siya komportable kaya parang magulo yung scene niya.
Okay.